Well, welcome in. It's Kelly's Crafting with Friends on a Monday, and we're continuing the party from Ursula OM Granny Square's channel. So thank you all so much for coming and welcome. So anyway, well, it's Monday. We're starting a new day, and we're going to do a little bit of crafting. And thank you so much for coming in. I just want to let everybody know that my name is Kelly, if you don't know who I am. And I have a variety channel, and you're liable to see anything. But I really originally started out as a crafting channel, so you see all the yarn there and some other things. But anyway, doing some crochet, doing some knitting, and flea markets. So I have a lot of stuff going on, and a little bit of cooking that I do on Fridays. So anyway, but I've just we're trying to have a sort of like an intimate thing where we just sort of talk and have the conversation going, and that's where we're going to be. So if we have crazy poppy ladies coming in, and we have a few other people, so let's see what happens. But anyway, but I'll just show you what I'm working on. I didn't really talk about it in Ursula since so this is a baby blanket, excuse me, excuse me, that my husband commissioned for one of his friends. So anyway, here it is. And I'm doing it in pinks and blues, and it's getting pretty big. I have it, it's pretty large, and I'm just sort of working on it. And that's sort of what I'm doing this week. I'm always dibbling and dabbling in a few things, and that's what I do for fun. And but anyway, but I just want to I'm going to make sure I have the chat on and just welcome everybody in real quick. All right. And anyway, I just wanted, okay. Oh, I got you, Ursula. Thank you. Yes. But anyway, I just want to thank everybody, I guess in advance, anyone who has supported my channel. I just sort of flashed their names by, and then some people who are members on the channel. And just saying shout outs to the peoples, and thank you so much. So anyway, so we have, Katrina's here. Katrina's Crochet and More. Thanks for coming. We have LaBelle. Yeah, long time no see. Let's see. LaBelle, let's put you on there. There we go. Good to see you. You got Michelle Jenkins. Welcome. Yes. Square Raid, Finger Red #1. I love the way YouTube does that. It's hilarious. And you got teleported. Yeah, isn't that amazing? We get Margaret G. Hello. And Camper 14. Hi. Good to see you. You're crocheting and listening. Can't stay. Yeah, I understand. Cold and drip. Same here. Could curl up and take a nap. I understand you. And thanks for the Square Raid, Ursula. Appreciate you. And she's saying LOL. Yeah, isn't it amazing? You can be in Ursula's house in South Africa and then teleport to the US and be in Pennsylvania in my place. So that's pretty cool. Yes. All right. And we got Carol. Yay. Carol's Crazy Crochet and More. Good morning, sweet Kelly. Oh, thank you. You're very sweet. And we got everyone saying hi. And Ursula beamed you. Yeah, that's pretty awesome, isn't it? And no echo. Yes. Yes. No echo. And, Drizzle. Make me a hat now. I know it is getting cold. You're so naughty. Oh, no, you're fine, Katrina. You're fine. Yeah, these months whip around fast. They really do. It's terrible. That's why I'm like, I've been like hesitant about joining memberships, which is terrible to say because I have memberships. But I'm always like, did I remember to pay that? Anyway, but it's automatic supposedly, but I don't know. It is what it is. But anyway, I always appreciate anybody who's willing to hang out, and whether you're a member or not. And the members, I just try to like shout them out, and I put them in Nightbot. Hopefully Nightbot will be working. I'm going to try to tweak Nightbot while I'm here a little bit, and then you guys should be able to drop your link. But in a moment, hopefully it'll work. So anyway, there it is. Yeah, it's working. All right. So anyway, if you want to drop your link, just type Kelly, Kelli, and it'll do it for you. And thanks for the thumbs up, Ursula. Oh, am I making more? Yes, tomato soup. I'll tell you, it's so easy. And I'll give you like a good cheat. Well, like I said, I did the canned tomatoes, and the canned tomatoes, even though they're not the best, like I always say, try to do fresh, but the canned tomatoes was easy. And there's enough juice in there to kind of get things going. But the other thing I would say is maybe use the immersion blender or run it through a food processor. it'll definitely get you more. It'll stretch it. But my husband and I sort of like the crunch, so that's why a little bit of a bite in there. And that's what we do. So you want a winter duck drizzle to wear when it's too cold for my summer hat. Oh, I understand that. Oh, and you can't join. Okay, I got you. Well, anyway, I appreciate you. But that's cool. Yeah, thanks. And there's Maura, mindfully crocheted. And Frenchie, hey. And there's Samantha. And pink and blue can be reused. You like pink and blue? Yep. Oh, yeah, I got you, Poppy. Yep. Okay. And anyway, let me put you up. I'll put you up. Because I'm sort of catching up on the chat. But there's Poppy. Hey.
Hello.
Hello. So anyway, thank you, Sheila. So yarn arm, Sheila. Very pretty. Thank you. And we have magnificent Germany. Oh boy. With Darian. Nice. Good to see you. Yeah, my husband was just in Germany and he loved it.
Whereabouts did he go?
Okay, now I knew you were going to ask me. Cologne. What was the big city? He went to Rome, and then he went over to Rome into Italy, and did some little bit running through Rome, and he went to the Vatican and some other places over there. But Germany, he went to Cologne. Now I'm going to have to ask him. I can't believe it. Like he just went. Phew. But anyway, he loves it. He wants to go back. Like he's that excited.
It's absolutely beautiful. I've been to Munich.
Yes. Okay. Was he in Munich? No, he was not in Munich. What's the other big town? I can't remember now. I know it's terrible. You have a project in every room in the house. That's funny. Yes. And everyone's saying hey to Ursula. But that's cool. Yeah, he loved it. Oh, Super Kelly Rock. Thank you, Drew. Drew's very kind. You got, Toby Knits. Hey, welcome in. Yes, I do a little knitting, but I don't have any knitting examples right now.
She does more knitting than me.
Yeah, it's all relative. Ooh, yeah, this is crochet too. Ooh, yeah, and this is this. No, what it is this is this yarn. It's USA yarn.
Yeah,
and the transitions are too small, and I hate it in crochet. It's just horrible.
Have you tried it with planned pooling?
I tried that. Well, it's sort of doing it, but not really. I'll show you this.
What stitch are you using?
This is oh geez. No. Oh no. Hold on. I have it. Yes. This is that. Is it the moss stitch?
Oh, okay.
Is that the one that they use? Yeah, I think it's moss stitch. And it comes out like I'm really early in the process. I'm only like on the second row, but it's starting to pool. I think I see an X right here coming.
Yeah, it could be.
Yeah.
Have you run it through? Have you run your numbers through any?
I need to use.
Anything?
Yeah, see, I'm bad. I haven't used. I use that from time to time, but yeah. But anyway, but look at it crocheted. This is like, blah. Like it just looks like somebody threw paint against the wall.
I'm not one for busy yarn normally. But
yeah, that's really awful. But yeah. but if you do the moss stitch, it looks a little more organized. But that's like I said, I'm only like row 2.5, 3.
Well, that's the thing. So, they say that you don't really pick up. You're not really able to see the design for a good few rows.
Anyway. Yep.
When you're doing it like that.
Yep. So anyway, so welcome. So I do a little knitting. That's the first thing I ever did was knit. I knitted first, I think. And then I crocheted, but not seriously, as a second. Yeah, because my mom only did double crochet. She did single crochet and double crochet and chain. And that's what I did. And then we never made anything. We just were chaining. And
yeah, my granddad taught me to what he called finger knitting, which was basically to chain, just using your fingers. So he did that. And then I've just had a memory, Joel. There was a lady on a bus when I was going to school and she knitted.
Right.
So she gave me a couple of spare knitting needles and used to tell me how many stitches per row I needed to do and decrease and everything. And she was set me up to make a knitted teddy, but by the time it was finished, it looked more like an elephant.
Okay.
Because I didn't change my needle sizes for the ears.
Yes.
But that was pretty much all the knit stitch, I think.
Oh, okay. Yes.
And so I only ever learned how to do one stitch until I attempted it about a year or so ago.
Okay, so just one. Yeah, so really knitting's only 2 stitches. So
yeah.
If you can do, like I said, I think crochet in that regard, not that it's harder, but I think I found for me the tension was always harder with crochet because mine would be erratic, but when I knitted, I was able to get that tension more easily, and I don't know why, and it's just random. But anyway, one thing I want to say first is thank you guys so much for coming. And what we're trying to do is we're trying to have a nice, intimate stream today where we're just sort of having a conversation and working on some stuff. And just so it's kind of, I hate to use the word Zen because I don't know, that's not really my thing, but not that there's anything with it, but we're just kind of,
we're just chilling.
We're chilling out.
We're just chilling.
And we're trying to stay like on a positive note. So that's really what it is. We're just hoping that we can just kind of show the love of fiber arts, which is my whole thing. I don't do any of the cross stitching or anything like that, but I used to do needlepoint. I don't know what else I did. I did knit, crochet, needlepoint. Is there anything else? Oh, I did make one rug. I made one latch hook rug back in the day.
You've done latch hooking. Have you done needle felting yet?
I have not, although I have the kit. I did buy the kit. I got lucky. I found it at on a the severe clearance. I call it the severe clearance at Hobby Lobby. Where
no, I've never been to Hobby Lobby.
No, you have not.
I'm not lucky enough to have a Hobby Lobby.
Yes, well, Hobby Lobby, it's weird. I have kind of a love-hate relationship with that store because, I live far. Number one, I'm an hour in each direction of the one is like 40 minutes. The other two are definitely 59 minutes, 59 seconds plus, you know what I mean? It's like 1 hour. Yeah. And it's a drive. I have to get on the highway. Like it's serious stuff. So when I go there, it's pretty serious. But I think like the only thing that I don't like about them, I love their yarn clearance, obviously, because the things are cheap, but their regular prices are pretty high and their skeins are very short. And that's the only little thing. And that's how they kind of get you. You spend a lot of money in there because you have to buy so many skeins. Like they don't really have large skeins in there, in my opinion. And like, and they have some of that Lion brand stuff, which is great. But like, for example, the ice cream, it's a smaller skein, than like Michael's or some other ones have. So then you have to buy like, not 10, I'm picking a number. You need like probably 3 to get one good size skein. But that's my only little criticism. But they have to do what they have to do. You know what I mean? You got to, however you make your money, you have to live with it. But whatever.
It sounds like they're pretty much like our Hobbycraft then, but our Hobbycraft doesn't have the sales you guys do.
Right. And see, and I have this sneaking suspicion that they're not going to have the sale on that yarn this year like they did in the past. I think they're trying to get away from that. And I understand because, the prices
people save their money especially for it.
Exactly.
And wipe it out trolley loads.
And I was guilty. I've only been twice, I think, because they've only been around in my area maybe 3 years, and I didn't discover them the first year. I kind of came in a little bit later.
We were pretty much locked down anyway, weren't you?
Yes, but they opened a bunch of them in my area, which is crazy.
Crazy.
in the drivable area, like at least 4 that I'm aware of, and they're building one right now. In one of the areas close to me. They're building one from the ground up. Yeah. So, so there's clearly a need for it. And it's funny because this particular town where they're building it, they already have one. They have a couple, actually. They have, that's not true. They have one. They have one that I'm aware of. And now they're building another one. So I'm just like, wow.
To me, that seems really strange because
yes,
where I'm located, it's near, like if I say Cheltenham, it's where they hold the Gold Cup, the horse racing Gold Cup.
Oh, yes, yes.
So I say Cheltenham because it's more likely people are going to know it. Now, that's a very affluent area, okay? So it's full of rich people. It's not where I live, but it's close enough. But we've got one Hobbycraft. And then the next one's a 35-minute drive away. And our other yarn shops, well, we don't have other real yarn shops anymore because the majority of our brick store ones, like the independents, have closed down. So, your volume went. So for me, if I go to Cheltenham, I've got the Hobbycraft, I can go to a pound shop, which is the equivalent to like your dollar store. And then we have a couple of other shops that do a small, and when I mean small, I mean less than what's in here.
Yes.
Less than that for choice.
Yes.
I've got a couple of videos where I actually put all three of those shops together in one video so people could see how much we didn't really have.
Oh, wow.
And even my little independent is little.
Yeah.
But her prices are still better than our Hobbycraft.
Oh, that's amazing.
Cheaper. An independent is cheaper than Hobbycraft.
See, that's shocking, actually.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, let me see. I'm going to read this. So LaBelle said they only had 2 weeks of summer this year, which is a generous statement. So it must have been bad. Yes. And
you are talking UK here, aren't you?
Yes. Yes. Yeah. The UK is tough. Like that weather is tough, you know.
Oh, we breed strong. We do.
You really are. Yes. And there's, whoops. There's, let's see. Oh, Raylene's here. Hello. Let me just say hi.
Hi, darling. What are you still doing awake? What time is it over in us now?
Yeah, thank you for hanging with us because I know you're in Australia, right?
Yeah, I'm trying to think what time it is because the UK went back an hour last night.
Oh,
so now I've got to try and suss it all out again as to whether it's 11 hours. They're 11 hours ahead or 13.
Yeah, at least for me, it's like it was 15, I believe.
Yeah, and Raylene lives in the same area as my mother and father-in-law. Not exactly.
Oh, that's cool.
She's sort of Melbourne, which is where they are.
Yes.
So if she can tell me what the time is, I'll then know what time I have to find the Outlaws.
So we got VJ's here. Thank you.
Hi, darling.
And Frenchie's saying hey, and just type Kelli at the end. So I'm the oddball in the spelling of Kelly. Yeah, there we go. And I fell in love with Germany when we went. Margaret G said, yeah, that's what my husband wants to go back. Like he's ready to go. We have Miss Roberta. Welcome in. She's saying hi.
I haven't been since the late 1990s. Oh, was it? No, it would have been before 2024. Before me and my husband got married, because I went over for a wedding with him. I think it was Germany we went for a wedding. I know I've been over to Germany for a wedding. I just can't remember if it's one or two that I've done.
No, that's cool. Yeah.
Yeah. Absolutely a beautiful place.
Yeah, he loved it. I mean, like he wants to go back. He's ready to go. Yeah. He is ready to go. I'm just like, oh my goodness, you know.
Oh, my husband wants to go back to possibly Portugal, but he wants to hit like the Algarve and down the side. And he said it last night. And I said to him, babe, he's gone, what? I said, but the Algarve is where old English people go to. And he looked at me, grinned and went, but darling, we are old.
We are, right?
I was like, oh yeah, there's no 18 to 30s Ibiza holiday for me anymore.
Yeah, but let's see. So my husband, I don't recall. He didn't talk about the Audubon. I don't remember.
Oh, that's
what she was asking. I don't know. He didn't mention the thing.
Limit. There is no speed limit on there.
Yeah, I know of it, but like it's funny that was lost on him. He was talking about the architecture. He showed me all these pictures. I mean, like he was worried about other stuff. Like he wasn't even looking at any of that.
You may find he had fun driving down on the Autobahn, but he didn't want to freak you out.
No, he doesn't really. It's interesting. He doesn't care about cars or sports. So that's very lost on him. Those are two very male things that I've noticed with the males in my life. Cars and sports.
Well, yeah, that's like a bog standard thing, isn't it? Blokes like that and girls like this, that, the other.
It's really interesting. I mean, not that everything is everything, but you know, he really doesn't care, and it's hilarious because people are like, "How about the Eagles?" Like Philadelphia Eagles. He doesn't care.
Yeah, my husband likes. Well, he went through a phase of watching golf, but then he also played golf. I was a golfer's wife. He had about 14 sets of golf clubs at one point.
That is terrible.
Yeah, very. He had like more golf sets than what I've got yarn. Well, more golf poles than I have yarn.
Wow.
And then Yeah, so he did his golf and he's into his boxing and stuff. So there was the Fury fight recently, and I can't think who he was fighting against, but my husband was like, "Oh, it's pay-per-view, I've got it." I'm like, "Go on then, we'll sit and watch it." I didn't end up watching it. He did, but
yeah, the one thing, like you said, like the fights and all that stuff, like he's not into that either. Like it's just not. Yeah, it's
he's into MMA. My husband, he likes his MMA.
Oh, MMA. Yeah, see, my husband hates that. Like he just tests it. My husband is a martial artist. He has a black belt in a couple things.
Yeah.
Taekwondo, I think Aikido, and something else. But anyway, he's just not a fan of the MMA because it's just more like a street fight. So he's not really into that. But anyway,
my other half he's ex-military and he boxed in the army. So
right. Oh, so he's all over that. Yeah. Yep.
He was not as much now. It's only there's only certain people he'll watch, and then motor racing as well. So,
oh, okay. Yeah. My husband doesn't care about cars, so
yeah,
no NASCAR, no whatever the other stuff is. Yeah, I don't even know what.
Yeah, it's just the motor racing. And I'm sorry to say, I'm one of them sick people that I watch it for the crash.
Yeah, a lot of people do. I mean, it's very interesting, you know. So there's that.
Yeah, but then we don't. You've got the other style of motor racing as well, haven't you? Where you purposely crash into each other.
I forget. Yes, all I know is NASCAR, and then there's something else.
Yeah, NASCAR. You crash into each other.
That's the one.
We don't have that over here, so
yeah. So it's weird. So anyway, oh, I love this one. So here's the inspirational quote for today. I can't put it on the screen, but so. I've been trying to sort of like put these things in my head just for like to uplift myself some days, because some days can be real tough, you know. But so anyway, so this is from the goal is not to change who you are, but to become more of what. Let me try again. The goal is not to change who you are, but to become more of who you are at your best. That's it.
Got it.
Yep. So I'm going to type it in the chat. Because that's a hard one. That's a tongue twister.
Lucky, yeah, you go for it. Don't forget to get the punctuation corrate.
Yes, I will. Yes. It
means something completely different otherwise.
Yes, and this is the lady who said this is Sally. Her name is bad. Sally Hogshead. I don't know who that is, but this is really good. Yeah, and so my husband and I had this conversation a couple days ago, and I kind of like jokingly said. Not that I'm trying to be, you know how YouTube is, like you want to grow, but for me, it's a slow process. You know, it's
slow for me as well.
It's a slow process. And I said, maybe if I put on the low cut shirt, I'll get some more views.
No, because then you end up with the following like I've got over on Instagram.
Yeah, well, I
have no photos. I've got one photograph of me, and it's my head with my unicorn pillow that's up there.
Oh, nice.
That is the only photograph I've got of me on Insta yet. The amount of I get 1 in 4 new subscribers on there are female and into crochet. The rest are men.
Ew, that's weird.
Supposedly men.
Yes.
And the ones that reach out to me are all American military men.
Oh, that's true. They do. Yes.
Because of whatever reason. And they're looking for a mum for their child. And I'm like, been there, done that, bog off.
That is hilarious.
It sounds horrible, but when you've read the same thing 15 times, it's just like, I'm getting to the point where I want to knock Instagram on the head.
Yeah, it's funny. I get that too. And I'm just like, I've got like a man.
Yeah. And I wrote in my profile, I wrote on that first line where people can see it, right?
Yes.
Married.
Yes. And I just
went chat me up sort of scenario, and only interested in crochet. I'm getting to the point where I feel like putting, if you're not interested in crochet, bog off.
Yes.
They don't take any notice.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, so I put that in there. But I'm going to go to the chat. So Darian, magnificent Germany with Darian. Yeah, Cologne's a beautiful town. Let me jump over.
Stunning.
Yes, and Munich. Oh, LaBelle says Munich. is in Bavaria.
Munich's
They don't like
architecture.
Oh, they don't like to be German. Oh, which is good, as they need straps over their shoulders and a bib to keep their shirts up. Oh my! Oh, those lederhosen. Yes, I'm like, okay.
Yeah,
I see those legs. We have a guy. We have a lot of German people where I'm at. So there's Oktoberfest and all that stuff going on here. And this guy has.
I will get to Germany for proper Oktoberfest.
Yeah, I would love to. Yeah, just check it out. But this guy, he like plays accordion and wears lederhosen, and I laugh my head off when I see him in those.
But did he do the dance with his friend where one hangs upside down and they slap each other's behinds?
I have not seen that.
You have not seen it?
I have not.
Traditional dance.
I will have to check that out. But anyway.
If you need a giggle, that's definitely a giggle thing.
Yes. Oh, so you're in Munich twice this year. Can't get enough. Yeah, Munich is cool. I saw Munich during the Olympics way back in those days. That's when I first learned about Munich. Yeah. And I remember going, oh, one of these days I have to check it out. And let's see, I would stripe that with a black row. Oh, and 2 rows of black and make a bunch of hats and be rid of it. Yes. She's talking about my vomit. I shouldn't say vomit, but that I call it the paint where you take cans of paint and throw it against the wall. That's what this looks like to me. Like someone just threw paint against the wall.
As I said, I've got some what I would call busy yarn. I brought some, actually, this one. Oh, I've moved it. Where did I move it to?
You said busy yarn. Yeah, I guess that's what that is. Oh, Six Bows is back is here. Welcome in. Hope you're still here. I'm about 15 minutes behind. But hello.
I don't know where it's gone. I bought some yarn in Australia and I was like, oh, that's really pretty. It's 3 shades of green and I know crocheting. This pattern's forming.
Yes.
Honestly, it looks like you're trying to look at a magic eye picture.
Oh.
Yeah, it didn't form anything other than possibly
ask
migraine inducement.
Just stand right there. So my husband's here. Now tell them where you were in Germany.
Munich.
I was in Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
And then I was in, what's the name of that town? Nuremberg.
He went to Nuremberg and he hasn't mentioned anything about driving cars.
About what?
Were you into the Autobahn? You didn't really talk about that.
No, Nuremberg has a rally place.
Like a race. There's a race.
Yeah, and
he didn't get to do that.
Can take their cars on the Nuremberg and drive around it.
Oh, wow.
And you can go around either in a car or on a motorbike.
Okay. Yeah, no. He's not really into cars. But it was Frankfurt, Cologne.
No, I didn't go to Cologne.
I thought you said where did you fly in? I don't know.
I flew into
I can't remember. It's terrible.
Yeah, I know, right? It was only last year.
It was only less than a year ago. I mean, we're like, really? I can't remember.
I was in Nuremberg, but then we took a trip to Rome. So
you went to Rome, and I think Rome left the bigger impression. Yeah. So he got to go to see the Vatican, which was a big deal. Yeah. Sistine Chapel, like that. See that anybody who's into art at all needs to see that.
He went into the Sistine.
Yes, he did.
Lucky.
Yeah.
I'm not religious, but I would still love to go there.
Well,
it's like I wanted to go when we went to France. I wanted to go to Notre Dame.
The Louvre. Yeah, you went to the Louvre.
No, I didn't go to the Louvre.
No, you wanted to go to the Louvre.
Yeah.
They were I think if he had a couple more days, they would have gone to France, but they didn't get a chance to. Like that was sort of on the agenda. They said, well, we can do that too. Because he had army people that were there that were transplants from the US. So they were very excited to have people come in. Because they were not bored, but they're like lonely. And they
I fully get it. We're ex-military, remember? So
so anyway, but that's where he was. Yeah, he loved it, And we have Darian who's here from Germany.
Okay.
And yep. And then what was the other thing? So anyway, so there's that. Oh, and Toby's saying, have I ever tried black work? I'm not sure what that is. Let me see and put that on the screen. No, that looks so cool. But anyway, that's cool. Oh, listen, and then this is what Toby Knits does. Knit, crochet, quilt, cross stitch, all the above. Design, dye yarn, bit of everything. Check out my latest blog.
Oh, sneaky. You've got a few more on there than me, boy.
Yeah, that's a lot. Yes. Let's see. Oh, hi, girls. Dream Builders here saying hello. Yeah, ding, ding, zing. Okay. One saying hi. Oh, Raylene's been a knitter for 50 years. That's cool. Yeah, that's great.
Stop fibbing, Raylene.
Yeah, you've only done
You're
it
only
for like
45.
10, right? Okay, you're good. Thank you. But anyway, yeah, my husband was all over the Sistine Chapel. But the thing that was funny about the Sistine Chapel was it's very small, right? He said it's very small. And I remember reading art history books back in the day, and they said, "Oh, is that Michelangelo? Yeah, Michelangelo."
Yeah, he spent quite a few years, didn't he, laying on his back painting.
But what happened was they said, "Oh, he was depressed, so he painted in dark colors." Blah 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 blah. And then I was like, "No way! There is no way an artist painted in dark color. Like, why would anybody do that?" And then when they cleaned it, I remember when they cleaned it, and then they were like, it was beautiful, like reds and
absolutely
white.
Stunning. But it was just because of all of the soot from the fires.
Right. And I just remember people going, "Oh, he was so I'm like, come on now.
Come on, rewrite the history."
Yeah, right. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, it's beautiful in there. But anyway, so that's cool. But now you love the crochet. So Raylene crochets. Let's see. Oh, she has a 6 FO video out. That's Carol's Crazy Crochet and More. 6 FOs. That's good. See, that means you're busy. And embroidery. Yeah. Now I haven't tried that either. Yeah, I'm hoping one day. I just did needlepoint because I think I was using the same yarn. Like embroidery, you have to go out and get the fancy stuff.
Yeah, I did cross stitch years ago. I'm trying to think. Last time I did it was 2025.
Yep. And we got Michelle. Hello. Michelle Schlepper. Good to see you. Yes, thanks for stopping by. Everyone's saying, hey. Practice. Yeah, I actually did that Camper 14 with this thing. Plastic canvas with yarn. I've done that. Even though, I'm like, I mean, it's okay. Yeah. Yep. Everyone's saying hi. But let's see. I'm going to jump ahead a little bit there. Oh, okay. So Toby's saying she hasn't done embroidery. Yeah. I mean, like everything. That's the only thing, yes, she hasn't done. And then Shatika Woods saying good morning and crochet. Yeah, she's always saying happy crochet.
Good morning, darling.
We have Darcia White. Good to see you. Yes. And and then LaBelle said that Hobbycraft was immensely expensive. I did not know that.
Yes. I always say, if you go to Hobbycraft, get a second mortgage.
Oh, nice.
You're walking in and what is it for one? Hold on, let me just jump on to Hobbycraft a minute.
Oh, sure. Now, Michelle Jenkins saying
I'm not fibbing about prices.
No, you can show some stuff. Now, Michelle Jenkins says that her Hobby Lobby never had the dye lot clearance. Yeah, so that's brutal. Also, Lena Rita's here. Good. Lena's Design Rita's here. Good to see you. Made dinner. Everyone's saying hi. I'm going to jump through. Let's see. Yeah. That's in my theory about the Hobby Lobby. I don't think they're going to do it because they barely have any yarn in there. They really cut a lot of the stores. There used to be like 4 aisles or 5 aisles of yarn. They're down to like 1, 2, 3, maybe.
Whoa. Yes. I'm just trying to find a brand that you guys may have heard of. Have you heard of Cedar's Jewel Spun?
Yes. Yeah. Cedar. Yep.
Yeah, that is £12.50 per ball here in Hobbycraft.
Now, how many like how big of a ball is that? 50 grams or is that 100?
I'm just pulling it up to find out.
Curious.
This one's 200 gram.
Oh, that's a little bit better.
Hold on a minute. I'm just trying to find all the details. I'm really not keen on the site. Right. Sorry, I've pulled up the Jewel Spun with wool chunky yarn. Cozy self-striping wool blend. Blah 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 blah. blah. There's approximately 300 meters.
Okay.
Don't know what that is in your measurements though. But it's 300 meters. It's 200 grams of a chunky, and they've got that priced at £12.50.
Ooh, that seems pricey.
And let me do a exchange rate change.
Yeah. So, but anyway, what was I going to say? So anyway, somebody's in Gloucester. oh, it's Toby Knits. She lived in Gloucester. Is it? See, people here say Gloucester. Is that right? Gloucester?
Hold on, let me have a quick look. If it's German, I've probably got no chance.
No. It's English. I don't know.
Oh, she lives in Gloucester. She lived in Gloucester for a few years.
It is Gloucester. Okay, yeah, I want to make sure I had that right. Yeah, okay.
That's the Loving Locals shortening it. It's actually Gloucestershire.
Okay. Oh.
But it's spelled Shire.
It is Shire, but they
spelled Shire, but said Shire.
Okay. And then let's see.
Where are you now, then, honey?
She I think she's in. Where did she? I forget now. She'll tell us. Yeah. So let's say, and then Darian saying, LaBelle, you must be from northern Germany. LOL. I love the north and the south. Germany as a whole has a special place. Yeah, that's nice. Yeah, I thought he was in Cologne. I don't know why. I had Cologne in the brain, but anyway, there's some. Oh, it's 12:50 a.m. where Raylene. Well, was 12:50 where Raylene was. So it's late. Yeah, it's very early. Like 1 o'clock in the morning is terrible. That's a terrible time. Yeah. And Michelle Schlepper saying hi to Poppy.
Hi, darling.
And here's Toby Knits link. Hold on, let me put it there. There it is. Okay. Oh, and then we have Charles. Good to see you, Charles. I'm very late. I'm going to catch up a little bit here. Bud Files, hello. And
I love that name.
Yes. And then LaBelle says, I don't want to go back. I know I'd burst into tears when I see the state of the Autobahn in the cities, my friend says. Oh, yeah. Yeah, people are really suffering financially, I think. Yeah. Uh-oh, did I hit? Oh, Jen, I got to fix that. I have an error in my Nightbot. See? Everyone's saying hello. Yes, and then most of the Autobahn has a speed limit these days. Oh, they changed it. So there are a few stretches where you can put the pedal.
I haven't
been speed restricted. See, I was wondering about that. And then Raylene said she lives near Adelaide, South Australia, 8 hours from Melbourne. There's a half-hour time difference between the two places, and they started daylight savings 4 weeks ago. So that means I'll never figure this out for myself. There's that. Okay. So anyway, yep, loads of changes. Not as bad as it seems. Okay, that's good to know. And okay, Sheila was doing golfing. Nice. Hold on, let me put this on the screen. Come on, you. There we go. All right.
Okay, so jumping back, because I finally remembered to type in the right words.
Sure.
Jumping back at the moment, £12.50, £12.50 in UK money is $15.16.
Oh, so $15. Wow. I was going to guess about 15, but it's closer to 16. Wow. Yeah. Okay. And then we got Lydia. Good to see you. I'm just going to say, hey.
I haven't been over to America for such a long time that really I don't do price comparisons like that unless I'm actually exchanging. I normally do it based off of what I can buy that's the same.
Yeah.
So it's like when I go to Australia, it used to be a certain pack of nappies for the kids would cost me £5 in the UK, but it cost me $10 in Australia.
Oh, wow.
So I used to be like, right, okay, so cut everything in half, and if it works out cheaper than what it'd be in the UK, it's a deal. Yes. And I've sort of stuck with that, and that seems to work for me at the moment.
Oh, that's good. Now, let's see. So Demolition Derby is what Carol's saying. I've never seen that, but I've heard about it. Yeah, I've never seen it. It's the car race where you run into each other.
Yes. Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yep. And then LaBelle saying to Darian, Cologne was so destroyed after the war that they actually considered rebuilding it 20 kilometers further away from the original place. Wow, that's interesting.
I didn't know that, darling.
Yes, it's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see. So anyway, there's the quote. And check out Lydia's link. Lydia's link
was about half hour ago, girl.
There it is. Yeah, I know. I'm trying to get there. You have Panama City. Good to see you. And everyone's saying good morning. Uh-oh. So Drew's going grocery shopping. Thank you for coming. And everybody's saying good morning.
Possibly gone and halfway back.
He's probably gone. Yeah, he's probably gone. Okay. Oh, okay. So Darian did a live stream with Munich in Oktoberfest last month. 18th Oktoberfest. So that's pretty cool. Cool.
That is cool, having your birthday during Oktoberfest.
Yes. And then everyone's saying hi to Mr. I Bring It. He's gone.
He's gone now. He's
gone.
It's not I bring it, it's I legged it.
Yes. He's gone. Let's see. Oh, Nuremberging. Okay. Nuremberging, the Burr racetrack is different from the city of Nuremberg. However, I made a recent video of me driving. Okay. I don't know how you say that, but
yeah. Sorry for getting that wrong. I'm not 100% on places. Yeah. Thank you for the update on telling us.
Yeah, and that's good. Yes, and you can visit several countries. Yeah. That's good. Yep.
I only know of it because of Top Gear.
Oh, okay. On the what's that show?
The UK Top Gear, not the American one.
Right. Yeah, no, I understand.
There is competition between the two.
Yes. And hi, Aisha's Handmade Items. Good to see you. Yes, so much history, right? Well, actually in Europe and just in general, because Europe is old, Europe is old. And let's see. Oh, okay. So LaBelle's saying black work. There's the answer to the question. Stitching with black yarn only. You create the image by using different stitches for shading. Oh, I'm gonna have to look that up. Yes. And then Toby's leaving us, and she may be already gone. But thanks for coming. Okay. Let's see. So we're telling our age here. LaBelle saying she was born in 1964. And remembers the sirens going off every time they found some unexploded bomb that they dug out a foundation of new houses. Yeah, see, that's kind of crazy, right?
They're still finding that unexploded here in the UK still as well.
Ugh, that's terrible.
I'm originally from Southend-on-Sea in Essex, which is the mouth near the mouth of the Thames. So, of course, when planes came over, they used to drive past fly past, where I used to live and fly up the Thames to get to London because it was easier for them to map where they were. And because of that, if they ever did drop their load, it was 9 out of 10 times down the Thames or where I lived.
Yes.
So, I didn't live there then. I wasn't born, but
right
when my grandparents were.
Now let's see. So LaBelle's saying there's a park in Berlin, and good to see you, Steve Gilmore. Thanks for coming. Where they can't feel the trees because grenades and other ammo are inside the tree trunks. Wow. Yeah. See, that's some historical stuff. That's pretty amazing. So anyway, Steve's my hype man. Thank you. He's saying hit that bell, hit the like. Thank you. We appreciate it. Gloucester. That's what I thought. Yeah, a lot of people. Even I think here we have a Gloucester, New Jersey.
Okay, so you still only up the road to me, girl. Jump on my YouTube. Send me a message.
Yes. Let me see. I'll
get you doing me poppies.
Yes.
Bribe you into cake.
Okay, so we have Christine. Hold on, let me put her on the screen. Welcome in. And show. There we go. Hey, peoples. Hey, Christine Johnstone. Good to see you.
Hi, darling.
We have Drim Builder. Welcome in. Thank you for coming in. And thumbs up. Yes. Hit the wrong one. But anyway, good to see you. Okay. Oh, here's a question. So, Poppy, have you ordered from Hobby in Denmark?
No.
I did once. I'm good.
No, I didn't really start crocheting as much as I do now until 2000 when I started the channel up. And at that point, I'd found a local ish yarn shop for me, so I was happy with their prices. I'd seen Hobby and Hobie's yarn shops, but I wasn't keen on them prices. And even though they're meant to be discounted, by the time you add in your taxes and everything else, you've got to make sure it's under a certain amount and all the rest of it. So I've never actually done it. I was speaking with a friend of mine who had said, why don't we go in together? So I started looking at the cakes and things because I wanted to try possibly their twister or something. And then I realised that the twister was just the same as another brand that I could get hold of cheaper.
Yeah, there you go.
It's the same. It's just under a different label. So I was like, well, why would I order from them when I can get it cheaper elsewhere?
Yes.
Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I do Hobby Bingo, so I can collect the points, so I could get the free download thing that they did.
Yeah. Yeah, and it
my
starts
thought
in
was
10
if I keep
minutes.
collecting
Yeah,
the
starts in
points,
10
then I
minutes.
might find something else that I want off the point store and then put an order
Yes.
in.
Yes.
But I can't warrant paying those prices.
It is
But
a lot.
then
Yeah.
it's the same. It's the same for the American yarn as well. So
Right.
I can't cough up the sort of money that we're being asked to pay here in the UK.
Yeah. No, it is a lot. And that's the thing that you find with all these yarns, because they're basically made in a couple of places.
Yeah,
Turkey's the most, prevalent. And then there's a little bit that comes out of China and a little bit that comes out of India. And then but 99 or 95%, 98% is from Turkey.
Well,
it's all from the
me
same.
me and Kelly were chatting about it after a live. And I've got cakes in my wardrobe that are called papaya or papi. Oh, I don't know how it's said.
Mm-hmm.
But they're from Turkey, and yet the color match, the weight's slightly different.
Mm-hmm.
As in how many grams you're getting, or how many meters or yards or whatever. That's slightly different, but the colorways are identical to the mandala.
Yes.
And yet mandala was $8.99 when I bought it. Yet I got my one under a different label for I think it was about £3.50, £4 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm going back a good few years now.
Yes.
For the mandala, I'm looking at more like £10 for a cake now.
Yes.
And it's just like, no, I'm not paying £10 for yarn that feels like it should have come from Aldi's.
True. Yeah.
Sorry.
And that's the thing. That's the thing. It's
that's
brutal.
The thing. We see a yarn and we go, that's beautiful, and you end up wanting it because it's come from somewhere else. And then when you get your hands on it, you're like, okay, so this reminds me now of this certain yarn. Mm-hmm. It's like, I've got some mandala up there. Oh, no, there. Yeah, I've got some there. I bought that in Australia. Mm-hmm. Got it on special.
Yes.
And it was cheap as chips compared to what I would have been paying here. Yeah.
Yeah. So 200 grams is more than 7 ounces. That's what Maura's saying. So that is a big ball. Yeah. Anything more than 50. I feel like 50 grams is kind of laughable for me. You need more, in my opinion.
Well, our pan shop yarn starts at 50 grams.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what I like.
And it's 3 balls, I think, for £2 still. It may not be because I haven't bought it for 4 years. 4 years.
Yep.
I like the Pato Everyday DK. I could get that. I say could. I can't get it from the same place now, but I can get that for about $1.40 per 100 grams.
Right.
For a plain.
Okay.
But yeah, the rest of them are through the roof at the moment.
They really are. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Now I understand why, because what are we looking at? About 18 months ago now, I think it was. It might even be coming up 2 years. There were the earthquakes in Turkey, and it actually hit the district that were making the yarn.
Okay, yeah, that's terrible. I heard that. Yes.
Yeah, so I can understand why the prices have gone up, because of course there's no factories to make it, so it's just what was in storage coming through.
Yes. Now let me see here. That. Yes. Oh, okay. LaBelle's saying she misses the Christmas markets. Yeah, those are big. And we have them in my area. A lot of
we should be getting one. I know that the Christmas market normally turns up in Cheltenham with like their little wooden huts.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely, it is pretty, but it's in the posh road in Cheltenham.
Yes.
Where all the high-end shops are.
Right. Oh, bratwurst stand on every street. That sounds like New York City, actually. They have hot dogs.
No,
everywhere.
No. Bratwurst are
I know it's not the same, but
bratwurst are nice.
No, I understand. But it's the concept, Yeah, the hot dog.
Okay, hold on a second.
Okay, sure. Let's see. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, I have a little error going on with my pop. But anyway, Poppy will remember. Let's see.
Will I?
Let me see. It says Poppy will remember. Hang on. It's going to show, hopefully. It's slow. There we go. When they detonated a World War.
You're joking, aren't you?
I know.
No, I live, as I said, I lived up near the beach.
Mm-hmm.
And every now and then actually there was a weapons testing area further along.
Yep.
And you used to get an air raid, even when I was a kid, we'd have the air raid siren go off at a certain time.
Yeah.
Every week it would go off at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that was just to test that it was working.
Right.
And I've actually got one that works near me here
Mm-hmm.
that does the same. But when I was a nipper, they would fire shells out. They would fire stuff at bombs offshore, and all of a sudden it'd be kaboom. And if you've watched, who is it? It is Mary Poppins. If you've watched Mary Poppins, when the old boy's setting off the guns on the top of the house and the mum's holding on to the furniture and stuff. Yeah, that was our house because our windows used to rattle.
That's
and
crazy.
We're not talking a little bit of rattle. It was a case of hands on the windows.
That's crazy.
Save the glass, like.
Yes. Yeah. Now, LaBelle's saying Gloucester is famous for its apples, and I think for the Wests. Do you know who's the Wests?
Yeah, nobody wants to admit to them, but yes, they were from around here.
Okay. And then let's see, Carol's been to.
They're also actually, because I'm not local from here, remember.
Okay.
But they've got the best thing. If you search it out, it's bound to be on YouTube. They've got a cheese rolling festival.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Where the people are standing on the top of a stupidly tall, silly, steep hill. And they've got a cheese. It's like a round local cheese. And it's a hard cheese.
Wow.
Imagine, I'm trying to think of a name of a cheese that you guys might know. Help me out, Brits. Help me out. Edam. Yeah. Say Edam. You know what an Edam? You've seen the big round ones, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
So they get one of them and they push it down the hill and everybody has to run after it and whoever catches it wins it.
That's so bizarre, but interesting.
Bizarre isn't the word for it. There's ambulances at the bottom of that hill waiting to take
big,
people,
right? And it's
for broken arms, legs and everything.
Yeah, the force of it coming down is really fast. Yeah. Okay. All right. So then Carol's saying she's been to the Crazy King Ludwig castle in Germany. It's the castle they used to model the Disney castle after. And then Bonnie said her husband's hometown was bombed in World War II. 65% bombed in World War II, including their home. Yeah, in Italy. Wow. That's amazing. And let's see. Now, LaBelle's saying that apparently they're doing a lot of sales, even though another place for great prices is Neil the Knit. Have you heard of that?
No, I haven't heard of. I will be honest. I don't look for yarn shops outside of the UK because, as I said, for me, ordering anything from abroad at the moment is ridiculous. Because I'm having to pay overpriced postage, and then if it gets stopped at customs, I'm being whacked with the price of what the item would be.
Mm-hmm.
If it wasn't on sale, so I have to pay extra taxes. No, they take enough off us.
No, they do. So anyway, apparently Hobby Bingo is an hour later. Yeah, I just went onto the app just to check. Yeah, it's not till 12 noon Eastern. So we have another hour, which is interesting. Yeah, so anyway, and then Darian says, the Christmas market.
That may be because the clocks are changing in this
is that what that is? Okay.
Well, the UK went back an hour last night.
Yeah. Oh, is that what's happening? Okay.
Yeah, back.
Now, what is spaghetti? You got to tell us what this is. Spaghetti eyes?
I love the Christmas markets, Brits, and of course, SpaghettiOs.
Now, do you mean SpaghettiOs?
I'm not 100%. When I don't know. I'm thinking of eels. From where I am, we have what's called jellied eels.
Ooh.
And now I cannot describe to you what they are because I've never actually eaten them.
Yeah, that's good.
Which I really should do because I've eaten pretty much everything else.
Yes. Okay, EIS. I'm going to look that up. I like. What is that? I'm like, okay, you've stumped the band.
No, I'm not sure. Is that a spelling?
Of course, I'm getting like company names.
Oh, okay.
Tell us what that is. I'm gonna have to put it in.
No,
yeah, I'm just like, what is that?
I'm trying to find the original comment, but I'm not too sure whereabouts this is.
Oh, I'll show you. Hold on. It's right here. There it is. That's the original comment.
No, I meant on the chat. I was going to bounce down and see if there'd been a spelling correction or anything.
No, I don't think so.
Let's
see. I'm going to look. Oh, there it is.
Is it a jelly deal?
I don't know what this is.
Are you daring to show?
I have no idea what this is. It's spaghetti EIS. Yeah. I don't know what that is. Hold on. Let me make it bigger. Yeah, you have to tell us what that is.
Why do I have to tell you?
No. Anybody
looks like ice cream.
No, the people in the chat. I don't know what that is. I'm just looking at it. I really can't tell what that is.
I would think it's possibly spaghetti eels, where they've sliced them up thinly, maybe.
Yeah, it's an hour. And then LaBelle likes it. And then Darian likes it. Yes. Yeah, he loves it. Okay, let's see what this is. Okay, I'm just going to click on it.
Yeah, you find out what it is and tell me. Now we're going to have to watch her now, because if she starts turning green...
Oh, it's in German. Oh,
no. Oh, no.
Oh, it's spaghetti ice cream.
Oh, it is ice cream.
Yes, it is ice cream.
Okay, it's not an animal then.
Okay, I was scared. I didn't know. It's a fun ice cream sundae. Yeah, it's a fun ice cream sundae. Okay, well, that's good. Ice cream's good.
Yeah, we like that. Yeah, we like that.
And we were scared. Yeah, we were scared. We have Butter Roll Boutique. Good to see you. And it's going to be slow. Come on. And there it is. She's saying hello. Saying hello to everybody. Good to see you. But anyway, I'm glad I looked it up just to save the...
Yeah, it would have done our heads in otherwise, trying to guess what it is. I don't know.
Yes. But everyone's saying hello. I'm jumping through the chat here because I am... Oh, I'm only 2 minutes.
There's me going down the chat.
Oh, so there it is.
Yes, read that.
Yeah.
It's going the wrong way.
Yeah, the UK just changed the I guess daylight savings. Yeah. Mm-hmm. But anyway, good to see you, Doretha.
Hi, darling.
Yes. Okay. Oh no. Okay, no. Here we go. You gotta now. I cannot pronounce this one. I know it's Schloss. Neuschwanstein.
Hold on, you're asking a dyslexic.
That's okay. Don't worry about it. So Bang Bang. That was the city where they filmed it. That's pretty cool. Okay. Yes. Yeah. And they turned the clocks.
I got it as well, and I just cannot get it out my gob.
Yes.
My excuse, I'm sticking
to it. So the Neuenstein Castle is a gem for sure. That's what Darian said. Neuenstein. Yes. And then Christine's saying that she can only order here in Canada due to taxes. Yeah. Canada has some crazy import taxes when you ship over there. It's terrible.
Mm.
Yes. And we're not going back until this coming Sunday. Okay.
Yeah, it's the same with the UK since they've left the EU. That's what's completely mucked us up. And that wasn't explained to us by anybody properly. If you know what I mean. When the voting came around for us to leave,
people didn't understand. I know I didn't.
No, they didn't. We didn't understand. I looked into how it would affect certain members of my family, like my brother works on boats and he's a fisherman. And bits and pieces like that. So I'd looked at that, but I never even thought of looking for, say, the stuff that's affecting me as a crafter.
Mm-hmm.
So the prices of importing stuff, the fact that I've now got to have new safety regulation. I'm having to follow a different set of safety regulations to everybody else now.
Yes.
It's like I have to put, if I make a stuffed toy, I've got to sew in a label.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's a lot of work. Yeah,
I have to do different tests. So if I made like a stuffy with big chunky wool, the stuff that falls apart and flakes, that would be an automatic fail. I wouldn't be able to sell it. Whereas you guys can get away with it. It's even down to the safety eyes. The safety eyes are not safe enough.
I don't like safety eyes. I know people use them. I don't know how you guys feel about them, but I'm not a fan because I feel like they could still come off. Like I don't know why I don't feel like they.
The way that I did the safety eyes on this guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is before I knew anything. So, I knew a bit, but I didn't know about our legislation.
Yes.
And that's a nice pickled eggs. But yeah, getting back to the eyes. With these ones, what I did was I put the safety backs on and then I melted the end of it and put my lighter on it. Now, if I tested this guy, he would fail.
Oh.
He would fail because his eyes would more than likely come off. The gap's too big on his mouth.
Oh.
Kid could pull this off and choke.
Wow.
So you just look at it, and at the moment I'm on a bit of a down when it comes to making anything. Yes. It's like I want to make stuff to sell so I can make loads of money and use up my yarn. But with all this new legislation coming in, it's a minefield. Really is a minefield.
Okay. Yeah, no, it's just interesting.
In the end.
So that spaghetti is it's ice cream. Ice cream that made to look like spaghetti. So it's got some strawberries in here, I see.
Ooh.
Cream. And then some other stuff. But yeah, so that's not bad. Okay. I was just concerned.
Need some mess, honey.
Yeah, I was concerned. We were scared. But they actually run it through.
That.
Oh, you know what it is? They put it through, they extrude it through a press to make the spaghetti shape. And the strawberry sauce.
You know what they did?
Yeah.
They got their Play-Doh machine out.
That's what they did.
For the hair.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. So I'm relieved that that's ice cream.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So anyway, Poppy, what are you working on today?
As if you can't guess. No, I'm trying
Don't say poppies.
You know it. Right. Well, I had some good news on Friday last week.
Make you big. Yep.
My mate Andy, who helps do the local Royal British Legion here, who does my local branch, he popped round to grab the last of the poppies that I'd made for last year. Now I made. It started off I was only going to make 500, and then he made me feel very guilty that he wasn't getting his 1,000 as normal. So I said, I'll make as many as I can. I got it up to 700 and went, my hand's falling off, forget it. Because I'd done that extra 200 in under a week, and they take 34 to 35 hours to make 60. So I did those. I handed them to him last week. And before he left, I said to him, last year, 2022, I said, did I give you any poppies? I said, because I can't find any evidence that I had.
Yes.
Normally I take photographs and I'll shout, rant and rave about it here, there and everywhere, especially locally, so that people go and buy them so I don't get them back. And he was like, actually you did. You came up, met us up the pub for brekkie, and then, for breakfast. Because once a month, me and the lads and lassies all meet up for breakfast. So we met up for breakfast, and I gave them to him and put them in the car. But the reason I didn't remember was because that was quite a traumatic week for me. My husband had a motorbike accident. So I literally said, I'm coming to drop these off. Yes. And then I've got to get back. So that's what I'd done. So I'd completely blocked that section out that I had these poppies over. So my count as of the week before, I believed, was 3,300 poppies made. Turned out it's actually 4,300 poppies.
4,000?
4,000. Right? And so, of course, that's brilliant news. It's like I've got 700 left till I hit 5,000.
All right, I'm doing a little Nightbot test, so hopefully let's see. I don't think it's going to work. Yep. Well, let's see if it works. Hang on. But anyway, I'm trying something.
I'm making poppies for next year now, although the tables opened on Friday last week.
Right.
I'm making the poppies now for next year.
Oh my goodness.
To get me up to 5,000, and then that is it.
Okay.
You're going to have to hold me to it. I don't care if I find another 100 grams of red yarn.
You're just going to run.
Done. No more. I've had enough.
That's funny. Let me see. I'm going to try one thing. I'm trying a little experiment. I don't think it's going to work, but let's see. Will it work? Will it work?
No, because I don't know what you're doing, and I don't understand that. But you set
That's
mine
okay.
up for me last time.
That's okay. I'm going to see if it works. It may not work. Will it work? I don't know if I have to capitalize. Let's see. Hang on.
I don't know. But if there is anybody out there that does want to make poppies, they take about 20 minutes each.
Yes.
You can normally get around 60 out of a 100-gram ball of DK weight yarn.
Mm.
There is a free tutorial over on my channel.
Mm.
There is also a free pattern written in American terms and in English terms that you can get over on my Ravelry. Link is, of course, in that video over on my channel. All I do ask is that if you're going to make them, please donate them, especially in the UK. Yes. Please donate them. Do not sell them on behalf of. Okay, because that could get you in a lot of doo-doo.
Works.
To put it politely to my English peoples. So yeah, make them, take them to the tables and donate them around the 1st of, what are we on now? Yeah, basically from this point on next year for 14 days. No, 11 days, sorry. So the first week or so of November, isn't it?
Let me see if this works, Frenchie. Nope, it's not working.
What are you trying to do, Kel?
I'm just trying to drop a link a different way. But nope, it's not working. I don't know why. But anyway, my Nightbot got really tired. Let me see.
That's because every time you write a comment, if Nightbot's in the right mood, every time you write a comment, he comes in and goes, hello.
Exactly. The hello's working great.
It's like, dude, you've said hello to me 14 times now.
I knew.
10 minutes.
Maybe I'll try something else. But anyway, I'm playing, since I'm live, I may as well do this now. But anyway, so that's good. So anyway, but like I said, I think I'm going to go back to the chat real quick. Make sure we didn't miss anybody. Oh, no, I think we caught everybody. Yeah, we caught up. But, there we go, LaBelle. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one here. These legislations are a nightmare. In the EU, they now have to prove every part of the item they sell was produced environmentally. Yeah, that's tough.
Okay, you ready for this one?
I don't know how you can do that.
Certificates from the manufacturers to prove that it hasn't got certain chemicals in it if it's burnt.
Yes.
We then have to make an item. So say it was an amigurumi, I'd have to make 2 of them.
Yep.
I have to do a weight tests on them. So I have to hang a bag with a certain amount of weight off of every component.
Yikes.
So that would even be his little button nose that I'd have to hang it off of. Any seams, anything like that.
Yeah.
And then I have to set him alight and time how long it takes for him to go up in flames.
So you got to burn. Yeah, that's terrible.
Yeah. And then the other one I have to stick in the washing machine or however it's meant to be washed.
Yep.
Then dry it, then do all the tests.
Yeah.
The same.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't know how
I have to show proof that I've done them as well.
I don't know how you do it. You know what I mean?
I have to record it. You have to photograph it or film it or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to store that for a certain amount of time. We've also now got to have insurance.
Mm-hmm.
So you have to jump through all the loops for the insurance company as well.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't just pay for a one-day insurance.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's right.
Ooh. You have to pay for however many years that you think that product's going to last for, really.
Right.
And on top of that, on your labels, you have to have your business address or your home address printed on the label. You imagine I put out 1,000 of these and on my label I'm meant to have my home address.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's
crazy.
I
want my home address on no. And then on top of that, I'm actually starting next year. This is another reason why I want to get all these done and handed over. The tests will actually have to be done on the poppies as well. And I'm sorry, I refuse to burn a poppy.
Oh, that's crazy.
I refuse to do it. I don't see the point. It's not a play item. It's a decorative item.
Right. Yeah, and so
it's given to charity, but because the charity is receiving money for the item, from another party, I'm liable. The liability stops with me.
Okay. Now here's the question. Now I guess the question is, now is there I mean, I know why they did it, but why did they do it? I guess that's the question.
Right. In the UK, we have what's called we had a CE mark. So this mark's put on manufactured items that have a play value or a wear value. So it's sometimes it's in fancy dress clothing normally that you'll see a CE mark instead of normal clothing, because that's classed as a toy. And that mark goes on the toy to say that it has been tested to a certain standard and it is safe for the age of the child that's playing with it.
Oh, okay. Got it.
So years ago, I think there was an issue with button batteries, and button batteries used to be loads of little toys that were for nurseries, basically for babies. But these button batteries, if they're swallowed, they can cause internal damage.
Yes, I got you.
So automatically it would fail because of the button battery. Or say it was a transformer, right? We all know what they are, and we all know they've got small parts. You would not give that to a newborn baby to chew on. Yeah. So of course that toy had a recommended age of say 7+. So it was a way that a toy could be put onto the market, and the parents would know what age was safe and appropriate for their child to play that toy.
Okay.
As a guidance.
As a guidance, right?
Because some kids are smarter than others and know not to try and
eat them.
Head, whereas other children that are older than that don't. Yeah, my brother nearly choked on a transformer head. He was
gosh,
daft sod. Sorry, but but that's why we had the CE mark. Now, then when we all the legislations and everything were all tied together with the EU. But when we came out of the EU, we now need our own mark. So because we need this own mark, we need our own legislation. And that's where they're at the moment, is building up the legislation for it. I don't know the full ins and outs. It's only what I've read up on, and I'm not liking it at the moment.
Yeah, it's bad.
This is the only thing I make multiples of. I don't do multiples of anything else, because once I've made a pattern, it bores me and I don't want to do it again.
Right.
But
so
the
anyway,
only way for me to make money is to make multiples of the same item.
Yes. Okay, so let me say hi to a couple of people. So Granny D, hello. We have praying couple cooking series. Welcome in. Thank you so much. Just want to make sure we say hey. And we've got yes. Okay, so we got everybody. I just want to make sure I said hi. Did I miss anybody else? Let me just check real quick. Yes. Okay, no, we're good. We're good. I think we caught everybody. But yeah, so that's interesting how they make you do that for your makes. Because if we all had to do it here in the States, we'd be in trouble.
The thing is, it's not overly publicized as yet. It's not being given enough publicity. And if you're caught not to do it, you can be fined.
Okay.
You could end up in prison for not doing it. They'll take all your supplies, they take all your stock, everything you've made. And so basically they'd come in and empty this room and then fine me. I think it's something like £5,000.
Yeah, that's a lot. Now listen to this. So LaBelle's saying, be careful with the home addresses. I had kittens up a gum tree. Somebody wanted one, and I bent the truth and replied, I wouldn't be in for a few hours. Let them behold. I heard a noise. At the back door. Oh, so people show up.
I don't. I don't give out my address. I try.
Yeah, and then let's see. And Sheila's saying,
I don't even tell my crazies when I go and visit the outlaws in Australia.
The outlaws, I know.
If I'm going to visit my outlaws in Australia,
the outlaws,
right? Yeah, the outlaws. I've got a couple of Australian girls that pop over and chat to me on my channel, and of course I've got to know them, so they've moved over to Facebook or via email or whatever. If I'm going to Australia, I say to them, I'm here between this date, do you want to meet up? Keep it off of Facebook, keep it off of YouTube, keep it off of everywhere. I don't need people knowing if my house is empty. Or that's if Liam's been left unattended because he's cute and everybody in my local area keeps threatening to steal him.
Oh, wow. Yeah. See,
of him is annoying.
Well, see, that's really interesting. So I know somebody who had like had an incident on Christmas Day where well, first of all, number one, somebody robbed his house. Number two, a car drove through his house on Christmas Day, and it was like a whole story. There's a whole story behind it that I'm not going to get into, but when people sort of know like where you are and things like that, that was kind of that came anyway. That happened to this guy. He was a YouTuber, and Lydia's cold. Yeah, I don't know what the temperature is. I just had on a little light, rain jacket.
Here in the UK, even if you've got house insurance and they can prove that you've told any social media that you're away, they can refuse to pay up.
Interesting. Now, so LaBelle's laughing at the outlaws.
They'll happily search it out first.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind
we
of
sent
scary.
them away. My husband got pulled off on our wedding day. So they're definitely the outlaws.
They're the outlaws, but I like that. But so, it is interesting. You just have to sort of protect yourself the best way you can. Yeah. So anyway, just want to throw that out there for future YouTubers or anybody like that. But thanks so much for coming, Praying Couple Cooking Series. I really enjoy you.
It scares me actually when I see people who have put, like the other fellow YouTubers that put their home address in the description box.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you do that? Anybody can have access to that. You don't have to be a subscriber to read a description box.
It's true. It's true. Yeah. So you have to be careful. And that's all I'm saying. But anyway, if you want to see the weather, just type ! Weather.
I can't.
A space. And you can put your zip code or your city state or wherever you are. And we'll see if Nightbot will do it.
I'll wait and see if anybody puts up Gloucestershire, UK.
Yeah, I know. I love that.
I just can't be bothered to type it today. I'll probably spell it
typing
wrong.
Is tough. Yeah, I know. I've been pretty slow today. So anyway, but what I'll do is I'll just I'll show you just a little bit of an interesting hat. Like a lot of the women are making these ruffle hats. I've never made one.
I've seen them.
Oh, this is interesting. Yes, I was wondering about that, LaBelle. So LaBelle says the first question she asks anybody, every Australian, did your ancestors go there voluntarily or did they commit a crime? Because remember they sent
Yes, we did. We sent a lot of naughty Londoners over, which is why the Melbourneites 9 out of 10 times sound like me, but with the twang at the end.
Yes.
You can tell when I come back from Australia because all of a sudden, instead of sounding quite flat toned like I am at the moment, I end up talking and then the last word in the sentence is a lot higher. Whereas at the moment, I'm sort of all one level.
So anyway, there's Frenchie's weather. It worked. 33 degrees. That's cold. Or 1 Celsius. Yep. Yeah,
she's enjoying jotting that one down.
Yeah, I don't know. Too cold. There's Lydia. 30 degrees. That's terrible. I mean,
not too cold. That is ideal weather to go out in your crochet.
Okay. I don't know.
Have you not got thick crochet? Well, saying that, I've got a project somewhere around, and it's a worsted weight jumper done in the same stitch that you used for that American style yarn.
Yes.
This thing is so heavy.
Yes.
And so thick that you put it on and it's like you're sitting in a sweat lodge.
Oh, there it is. So Maura's link is working. So anyway, Maura's leaving us. So thanks for coming.
Hi,
and your link dropped. So there it is.
My link dropped. Oh,
yes. Yes. That's good. And let's see what else. The chat just jumped. So there's Juanita's link, weather, Norfolk, and Maura's leaving, and there's Maura's link. There we go.
Norfolk, darling.
Norfolk. I'm sorry.
Norfolk.
Norfolk.
Careful, you say that second bit. Yeah.
Norfolk. I know. I don't know.
Norfolk. Yeah.
I don't. If I'm getting there, but anyway.
Right, because you'll get me one of these days and say, what's that? Well, you've already done it today. I couldn't do the German ones.
Okay, so it's working. All right. So now I got to get the other half working. But it looks like my links are dropping today. I don't know. It's like weird. Like I have some of my members' links dropping automatically. And
that's the thing. As we found out with Ursula's live earlier,
some days
Ursula
it works.
was having issues with her sound. someone else will have issues with Nightbot. It's common at the moment that nothing's working 100% for any of us.
Yeah, it's very interesting. So I'm playing around. So not that I'm ignoring you, but there's Faith. There's Granny D's weather.
Okay, so we have got sunny with a temperature of 75 Fahrenheit, 24 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the southwest at 10 miles per hour or 16 kilometers. And the current humidity is 59%. Oh,
sounds great. Oh, that you had that weather lady voice. Awesome.
I have my moments. I got dry throat.
So anyway, Granny D saying hey to everybody, and we're saying goodbye to Miss Moore. Have a good day at work.
Bye,
she was off for the weekend. Lucky her. So she looks so refreshed. I have to tell her. I was telling her yesterday. I said, "Man, you look so refreshed," and she goes, "Oh, I've been off." And I went, "Oh, okay. I can see it." It's so obvious, but it's great. You know what I mean? And then VJ,
we all need it from time to time. We need some time.
We really do. So this is Michelle Jenkins' weather, and probably VJ's also.
St. Louis is conditions are sunny with a temperature of 37 Fahrenheit or 3 Celsius. The wind is blowing from the northwest.
Darn.
12 miles an hour. And you got rid of it, so I didn't finish it.
Sorry. Okay. Sorry. Yeah,
actually, I think it dropped because I typed your names.
Type my name. Darn it.
It's fine, darn it.
Anyway, all right, we gotta work this thing. It said it's dropping a few people's, but it's going. I don't know. Murphy's Law. What can go wrong will go wrong. Yeah, that happens.
I think it was something like that. I just couldn't think of the name.
Oh, let's see. Oh, howdy, one. All right, yeah, you have to do the exclamation point. I don't know why I left it in there, but I did. But anyway, there it is. All right. So anyway, so it's working a little bit more. I was hoping it would go in there by itself, but oh well, it is what it is. Yeah, we're getting there. But I said I've been tweaking this. This Nightbot's been kind of a nightmare, but it likes Pam, so be creative. I said Pam's Nightbot's favorite, apparently. Yes. Not giving any more money now has the bill. Is that the electric company? Might be. Or the gas company? Yes. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's cold. Like the weather has chilled down. Yesterday it was like 70 degrees here. And I had long sleeves on and I was overheated and I went, "Oh my gosh, it's 70 degrees. That's terrible."
So the other day I'm sitting on my sofa now. We've got patio doors. Okay. And the sun comes around the house and pounds through. The sun does. It comes through. And I'm sitting on my sofa in direct sunlight, with one eye open, trying to look at my crochet, right? Sweating buckets. I actually thought I was having a midlife power surge, right? I don't suffer with them yet, but I'm like, is this what it feels like? Right? I've got the back door open. My husband's complaining it's cold in his office.
Yes.
So this morning I said to him, "Okay, fine, I'm going upstairs for a bit. You sit on my chair for the next hour." He managed half an hour before he opened the back door because it was just so hot because of the sun coming through that patio.
Yeah, the sun really does get you. Even in the car, I drive and I'm like, "Oh boy, that sun." I feel the burning. Oh, it is the electric company, but you have gas heat. Ooh, but it has an electric force fan. Oh, yeah, I know. See, this is what drives me crazy. Like solar, at least the solar that I'm aware of, actually, there's a couple of things. So the heater has electric starter. So no matter, even if it's gas or whatever, it's all tied. And then the solar is tied to the electric panel. Yeah. So, they have to have a little generator on to keep it going. And I'm just like, like you're still dependent on the electric, even though you're not dependent on the
difference being that ideally you're going to generate some electric that will either go into batteries that you're storing, which will then feed that device, or it goes back to the national grid, if that's what you call it.
So whatever.
You then dip into it at a later point. My mother and father-in-law, the Outlaws, they've got pipes on the top of their house in Australia, and it's got water that runs through it, and that's what actually heats the swimming pool.
Okay.
So they use that to heat the pool.
Wow. But that's something. Now we got here. So our treasured home, Nancy's here. Welcome in. Yes. So anyway, so yeah, I mean these heating bills, like if you're in the cold parts of the world, you do pay a lot over time. It's very scary.
Yeah, at the moment though, we looked into getting solar panels for the top of the house. We'd moved in, okay. We'd moved in. We just paid out for the most tech gadgetry. My husband's a tech nerd, okay, so he's got a boiler that you can control from your phone, and it does this and it does that and it does the other, and here's a tank that you can do this, that and the other with, and let's pay an exorbitant amount of money.
Yes.
Right, so it's the best we could get for what we could afford. About a month after that was put in, we had this chap come round, and he was trying to push for us to get a new boiler from them.
Of course. Big money.
Because of whatever reason. And we looked at him and we were like, dude, we don't want your boiler. We don't want 3 spare batteries. We want 2. We want this many panels. We've done our research. 3.5 hours he was trying to pressure sell us into just buying a boiler.
That's terrible. Yeah.
And in the end, because he was talking down to me as well, and he turned around to my husband and went, will you tell your wife to go and make me a cup of coffee?
What?
My husband looked at me and went, will you make him a cup of coffee? I said, does he want arsenic in it?
Oh.
The bloke was being, and I just looked at him, I said, mate, because he was talking down to me. Both me and my husband have been doing the research.
Yes.
It's sunk in. My brain was working on that day. My dad's also an electrician, so I understand a bit more as well. But he was proper talking down to me and then called me little woman. I just looked at him and I was like, get your stuff, get out.
Oh, good for you. Yeah. See, I would have done that.
But yeah, because this bloke was like, you don't know what you're talking about. I said, no, you don't. I know what my boiler's capable of doing.
Wow.
I know that I can get your components and I can stick it on there, no problem.
That's terrible.
Yeah.
That is absolutely horrible. Like,
but yeah, it's a case of pressure selling. There's a couple that live around the corner to me. They are in their 90s.
Yes.
And they've now got solar panels on top of their house because they've been told they're going to save money in the long run.
Mm-hmm.
They won't have paid off. Their funeral costs will get paid off before their loan will.
It's going to be a long time. Yeah, because it's not.
You're looking at, like, we were told it's going to be, what was it, a 25-year loan? Yeah,
at least. Yeah.
It's like, dude, why would we do that? They need to be updated every 10 years.
Yeah.
And my husband was like, oh, yeah, point taken, girl.
It's true. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, and that's why, like, a lot of people do it. You can lease them now, but even leasing them, I think, is still pricey. It's pretty pricey.
Well, yeah. I don't know. I haven't looked into it for about 3 or 4 years here.
Mm-hmm. But I know, like, somebody I know spent, I'll say the amount. It's a lot. About $55,000. And that was 10 years ago.
And they're coming to the point where they're going to have to pop that up again because the battery cells that they've bought are now going to be no good.
Right.
Because they can only be recharged for a certain length of time.
Mm-hmm.
And then there's the running costs and the repair costs because the cells on the roof are not going to stay there forever. So
that's true.
To Poppy.
That's a good point. But anyway, so there's all these things you have to think about, when you make these big decisions. Although it's great because you do generate, if you're in a relatively sunny area, you can generate a lot of electricity. But it's kind of scary. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, let's see. And then
even then, yes, you'd think you'd generate a lot, but only a certain amount could be caught and kept anyway.
Mm-hmm. You see this, Poppy? So LaBelle's saying, Poppy, do they check for crocs before they jump in the pool? I heard in some areas in Australia that's a wise thing. Yeah, I mean, even in the United States, alligators, they
they're quite lucky where they are. They're because of the safety regulations over in Australia, their pool is in their back garden and it has to be fenced off.
Right. Yeah, that's the same here in the States. They do the same.
Yeah, they've got their pool and their pool is fenced in and then their house is fenced in. If a croc can climb that 6 foot whatever pole, then good on them.
Whatever it is.
the thing we end up running. Well, my daughter used to go around actually checking for black widows. Is it black widows? The little minute black spiders they have.
Oh yeah. Yep.
Because one day she actually found one of them on a floaty in the pool.
Ooh.
And she was about 4, and she's like, Poppy, like, because my father-in-law is actually called nicknamed Poppy as well.
Oh, okay.
For a different reason, but she's like, Poppy, it's a whatever spider it was. Don't be daft, girl. He says, you don't like. You're only like 3.5, 4 years old. You don't know what spiders are dangerous over here. She'd been watching 100 Deadliest Animals beforehand. So she knew. And it turned out it was one of these spiders, and she went absolutely garrity because they killed it by treading on it. And she went, well, that's daft. It's just sent out a load of
babies,
like a scent smell now. That will notify others to come and have a look. Yeah.
Yes.
And they were like, how does she know this stuff? And I'm like, my kid only watches animal programs. It's
there boring. You go. All right, so let me say hi to Huga Homestead. Welcome in.
Hi, darling.
Hello. And then let's see. Oh, yeah, LaBelle said, I hated this life assurance salesman who asked me if we smoke, drink, and how much. If we do any dangerous sports. Yeah, we all do that. Yeah. And so I asked him, why doesn't he want to know if we're alive? As that yes, that's really crazy. Yeah. Oh, we got a crossover paranormal society. Jonathan's here. Welcome in.
They, over here in the UK, they ask for your medical records, and they will dig back in your medical records.
Wow.
And it's like, oh, you in whatever, what was it, in 2020, you suffered with depression. No, darling, it was postnatal depression. Are you still depressed? Are you still trying, like, have you ever thought of killing yourself? And I'm like, are you medically trained? Do you know you shouldn't be asking people that have suffered with depression these questions?
That is kind of an interesting question. Yeah. like why would you, like,
it's like, it's postnatal. It meant my hormones were imbalanced when I was pregnant, darling.
Yes.
So really, you don't need to be asking these questions now, 20 plus years later.
Yes. Yeah, your children are like, they're like grown-ups now.
It's like, dudes, you ridiculous.
That's been a while. Yeah. But here, I'll show you this real quick. These remind me of these ruffle hats, even though they're not.
Oh, okay.
But I got this book from Melanie's Crochet. Positively Crochet.
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
I like that. That's really nice, right?
Yeah. What's the date of publishing for that book?
This one here.
It's normally on the inside cover.
No, I'm looking. I'm just trying not to lose my page. Okay, here we go. Fine, this is 2000. It's 2000. Oh, 2007. 2007. Cool. But anyway, you can't see it. It's so small. But anyway, this little hat here is interesting. I was just looking at, like a lot of the people are making those hats, the ruffle hats.
Yeah.
But this reminds me kind of the ruffle hat.
That's just a thick yarn, isn't it?
It's real big. So I don't know what that's made out of. But for me, it was the bag. This bag it's like a, what is that called? Basket weave? Not basket weave.
Okay.
I like the bag. Sorry about the lighting here. There it is.
Oh, that's fine. To me, that looks like it could be a... You're working a front post.
It is
front post stitch.
Yeah, it's a front post or back post, one of those. Yeah. But this hat kind of reminds me of the ruffle hat without the ruffle.
Whereas to me, all I see is that's a chunky yarn, and it's a front post, and you're working up and down, and then you sew the two sides, and then scooch the top.
Yeah, let's
triple rolled it.
Yeah, what stitch is this? It is single crochet. Square. Oh, so you're making squares. That's the bag. I just want to see what this hat is. But like I said, everybody's making these hats, and they're so big. And like VJ said, she made one for her granddaughter, and she said she wanted her ruffles to be bigger. And I just laughed. I just thought that was so funny. Like, but this hat is so big. Like, it reminds me of how big those hats get. But anyway,
it's like I saw those and I thought they remind me of.
They're so big.
They sound really horrible, but the bath scrubbies that we make.
That's
what
they do.
They reminded me of.
Yes, the little way. Yeah, So anyway, but I was like, I like these colors, The colors are pretty cool. It's like a fuchsia and a teal
Yeah.
and a like a tannish brown. But like I said, I'm trying really hard. Oh, this is for Ursula. I gotta show this one. She's the Granny Square lady.
Square.
Yeah. Look at this scarf. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, Granny Square.
Pattern on the square though, because I can't really make it out.
Yeah, it's kind of a floral. If I can, what do they call it? Do they call it anything? Well, here's the pattern. Yeah, if I can see that.
Oh, so it's like a pinwheel.
Like a pinwheel. Yeah, I guess that's what that is.
Yep. My brain clicks in.
That's good. Yeah. But I was like, interesting. So anyway, I'm just looking for things to, my bucket list is way too big.
But, don't. I've got
furry yarn. That's what LaBelle's saying. Yeah, that would be pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I just noticed everyone's wearing these, I call them monster hats where they're just so big. And I would probably
carry it off.
Yeah.
Actually.
That's what I think. I would look like an alien. Yeah. In that hat. Yeah.
Well, I don't know. My shoulders and my bottom half's starting to go a bit wider.
So maybe
the hat might make my head look like it's more in proportion to the rest of my body.
But I was wondering about that. You know what I mean? Like it's just different things. But I'm just sort of looking through these books and going, man, that's pretty cool.
If you think about it, though, hats like that, maybe not quite like that, but the fluffy ones, like who was it said in chat? They're ski hat. They were what we would say were like ski hats for the 1980s.
Yes,
where the women were wearing the big ones with the fur.
Yeah, which is pretty cool. I mean, of course I don't ski, so
not do I.
Like, where would I wear that? That's always the question.
It's like the Elton John song Nikita. I think it's in there. The girl wears one of those hats in there.
Yeah,
that video. And of course, Wham's Last Christmas.
Yes. Oh, I love Wham. I know. I love that song. It's very catchy. Very catchy. Oh, we got Maritza popped in. Let me see. But anyway, so poor VJ got sucked into it. I understand because so many.
When are you making the next song, right?
And she said that.
I'll tell you what, if I lived close, I'd have got a clap by now.
Yeah, I know. Like, it's so much. Because, like I said, for me, anytime you have to, go back in the stitch 400 times, like, I'm in trouble. to get that curly cue.
I forget. And I lose count too easy sometimes.
Me too. Right. That's the whole problem. So we got Maritza's.
To be honest, I think with that one, you could probably fudge it a bit.
Yeah, I would hope so, But I don't know. It's crazy. But anyway, yeah, here we go, Maritza. Let me see if I can get you on the screen here. Okay, so anyway, Miss LaBelle has to leave us. So anyway, well, thanks for chatting, for stopping in and chatting, and there we go. Yep, do some shopping. I know. I actually went. Oh, great stream. Oh, thanks for the great stream. Yes, that would look like a fur. Look, that's what it would look like in furry yarn. Thought of the same song. Okay, there you go. You're on the same page.
Back in, woman.
Sorry. Bad reading. Now, here we go. I know this is another bucket list that Sheila's talking about. Let me put that up there.
Okay, what's that?
It is now I don't know if I'm saying it right, so we'll see. Oh, here we go. It is the
knitted balaclavas.
Yes.
Balaclavas of backing. So they're the hats that you pull over and you just did the eyes showing.
Just this much, yeah. And then some of them they fold up and fold down.
I think I know why. If you think about it, we're missing our masks.
That's so true.
Up in a mask.
Those are great. Yeah, I like those. Yeah, Sheila, that's great. And everyone's saying hello. And everyone's saying hello. Yeah, so poor VJ got sucked in. And I understand that,
Oh.
So anyway, so there's that. But anyway, I just want to say, I think I'm gonna we'll do a couple more minutes, and if anybody wants to say hey or good, hey or whatever, you can do that. Let me see what else. So like I said, thank you so much everybody for coming in and participating and enjoying the stream, and hopefully you got a couple rows done, of whatever you're working on. Because it's hard. I mean, that's the whole thing that we're always trying to find ways of getting some crafting time in.
Yeah.
And you know, and even though I love the fact that you participate in the chat, I understand when you can't. You know what I mean? You're trying to do.
There are times when you're counting or you're crocheting, and you're like, "I'll get to the end and then I'll answer," and then you forget what you're going to put in, and while you're thinking about it, you start the next row, and then you're like, "Ah."
Yes.
So
that's a big deal.
Anyway.
That is a big deal. Yes, and everybody's really been kind, and they're chatting with each other and in the chat, and we've got
a beautiful group of people that
we really do. And so that much I say thank you, and and thanks for all the support. That's really the big thing. You can go anywhere and the fact that you come here is awesome. So I'm going to leave you with one last quote. I'm going to put it in the chat, and and like I said, I'm not real. It's not real exciting over here. But I'm just like, hey, we're just working it out and hanging out.
Yeah, we're getting there, aren't we?
Yeah, we're just hanging out. So I don't know who said this, but there it is. Anyway, I put in the chat. So there it is. So if you can be anything, be kind. And that's really it. Yep. Okay. Yep. We'll catch you later. And like I said, check out anybody's channels. And craft. Try new things, be creative.
Try a poppy.
Buy a poppy?
No, try a poppy.
Oh, try a poppy. Oh, yeah, you can make a poppy. And
poppy.
Yes.
If you make a poppy, send me a photograph and I'll show it on a Sunday.
Okay. All right. So the crazy poppy lady, she'll if you participate, she's got a lot of videos and whips and bits. Was it what whips and bits on Sunday?
Sunday whips, bits, and chat.
And chat. I forget. How could I forget the chat? I'm like whips and bits.
I don't shut up. How can you forget?
I don't know. It's the chat. Okay, whips, bits, and chat. Check out Poppy Lady. I'll be around. I may not be here on Wednesday again with my crochet group. I had a death, a passing in my family, so I'm trying to work out what I'm going to do. Because there's like a
do your family, and
so I probably won't be around, but I appreciate you checking out the
I'm up on the poppy tables for the next 2 weeks. I do still have stuff coming out that thankfully I pre-recorded before my editing software went kaput.
Yes, and everybody's saying hi. So anyway, check out all these people. These are all great people in the chat, and like I said, we're just trying to make it nice. And Mary, and listen, I saw you earlier, Mary. Thank you so much for coming in. I didn't get a chance to chit chat you too much there, but and you said it's enjoyable. Thank you so much. So anyway, so that's it. So if anything, if you can be anything, be kind, and keep it going, keep working, and be nice. Yeah. Oh, thank you so much, Mary. Yeah. So anyway, but it's like life. You know how life is. It's like oh, it's brutal. I mean, I just it's weird. Anyway, it's one of those things. I'm just like, I don't know what to do.
We'll chat in a little bit more, Gil.
We'll get it. But anyway, thank you guys so much. So anyway, I'm going to end the stream, and we'll see you next week. God willing. If the river's high and God willing, that's what my father-in-law says. I don't know what that means. We'll be back.
Isn't that something to do with fishermen?
I don't know. But it's in my head, I can't get rid of it. Anyway, there we go. Have a blessed day. Yes, that's it. We're gonna end it on VJ's. Thank you, Miss VJ. Yes. Thank you, VJ. We'll see you. But anyway, take care, and we will see you soon on the YouTube streets. Bye-bye.